Hey guys, my name is Michael, and today we are doing, for the first time in a long time, a speed build in The Sims 3. And in this episode I am building a very cheap apartment. It's nothing special because it's cheap. It's not supposed to have any decor or any of that fine and fancy stuff. I promised you guys that I will start doing some speed building in Sims 4 too, and don't worry, I will do that once I get around to it. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I need somewhere my sim can move into in my Sims 3 playthrough, which I'm doing right now at the moment. And Sarge is joining in a few times during this playthrough, so that's gonna be nice. And well, it's been a very long time since I've been building in Sims 3 just in general, so I am maybe a little rusty, but hopefully I will get better again. I am not following any picture. This is purely my own design, with of course some, we call it some inspiration from different places, mostly Los Angeles, I guess, with those cheap apartments you can find there that are like 2 stories or something. And right now I'm just kind of working on the basic stuff, walls and floors, all that kind of funk. I'm using the cheapest and the simplest stuff I can find to make it look as cheap as possible. You can see the walls I use. I use those paint walls, or whatever you call it. You know, there are different sections in the paint jobs, and there are just normal paint. That's what I'm using, even though it does look like wallpaper. But whatever, it looks dirty and old, and that's what's most important. And for the hallway, I just use some simple concrete walls. And for the toilets, just some simple tiles, even though they look kinda expensive, but those are the cheapest ones I can get. So that must mean they are cheap. Sorry, I couldn't talk there. For the windows, I just use some simple green windows. I don't remember how much they cost. I don't think they're the cheapest, but those look pretty good. Pretty normal for an American cheap apartment. And the house, yeah, I decided to paint blue for some reason. No real reason, but yeah, like I said, this isn't really like a fantastic video. This isn't really a special building, just a cheap building. I use the cheapest stores too, and all that fun stuff. And for the next episode, I might of course do some more interesting houses or apartments. Maybe I should do some more apartments. I think I have an idea for what my next apartment will be, but you guys will see that in the next episode of my Speedbuild series. Hopefully this time it will be going on for longer than it did before. I only have 2 Speedbuild videos. This is my 3rd one. I attempted to do one for like 3 months ago, but it failed. So but hopefully now we are back in business. Right now I'm just working on the parking lot. There's a huge parking lot in out front. Now I'm using the cheats that are essential for building apartments. And right now I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I did something wrong, so I had to type help to see what it was, and I had to type off instead of false. That was really the only error I did there. But you need cheats if you want to make apartments like the ones you can see in Bridgeport, you know, for the late night expansion pack. And then in the menu you can find these balls that are kind of representing like what is a public room and what is a private room and all that stuff. And the rooms where you don't put your balls, marbles, whatever, those rooms are buildable when your sim moves in. So that is essentially the place that your sim owns. So you need to make sure that you mark off all the rooms that you don't want your sim to be able to build on. The mailbox there, you need to type in a cheat code as well for that one, by debug I think it is. And they also need to type the code restrict build by in buildings. It's a very long cheat, which it basically means that if you don't have that cheat on, then when you place those marbles you can't build there, because it will think that, well, because this room here is private you can't build on it. So that's essentially why you need to type that code in. And I decided that I will remove that parking space there and build a place for a container. I don't know what you call that place, dump area, whatever. And on my way to find the dumpster or container, I found some ventilators that I thought would look pretty good on the roofs, as you can see a little bit. Yeah, there we are. I don't know if that's realistic. Like, most flat roofs have something on top of them, so I was like, well, there must be something on the roof, so why not just use ventilators? There we have the dumpster, and I don't think you need a cheat code to find that one. Pretty sure you don't need to. Don't forget, when you mark off places with fences as well, you need to mark that off as well, otherwise you will be able to build in there. Now I'm just placing down some trees to kind of do some detailing. I don't know yet if I was supposed to actually place one of those marbles on the roof as well, but we'll see that when we move in the next episode of my Sims 3 Let's Play. It's not something I can't fix, so just place down some rocks, you know, make it a little bit vibrant, and some bushes around the trees. And just changing the grass to be a little darker. Don't know why, I just thought it needs something else than the normal grass. Some bushes on the side, just some decor. And now starting on working on the interior. I'm only working on one interior, and that's the one where your sim will live, because the other rooms you won't be able to see. They will be completely black, so you don't need to place anything. If anything, you're actually just wasting your time by placing furniture in there. So I'm only working on where my sim will be living, which is why this is a pretty short video. Just placing down some simple ceiling lamps that are usually in an apartment when you buy it, in real life as well. Toilet, once again, just buy the cheapest shit you can find. You can see the corner, it's very cheap, this place. You don't have to pay a lot to live here, which was essentially the plan. For someone who is only like 20 years old, I think it's more realistic to live in an apartment than it is to live in a private house. Placing down some tiles there, because a kitchen needs some floor that is not made of wood. I don't know if there are any kitchens out there that have wooden floors, but I don't think wooden floors in a kitchen is pretty good. I don't know why. I guess when you spill stuff, then the wood kind of just sucks it in or something. I don't know. I'm kind of tilling all the furniture to make it look like it's kind of sloppy placed. You know, the table is very skewed, or whatever you call it. It's displaced. Everything is kind of sloppy, you know. That way it looks like a poor person is living there. You know, they don't really give a fuck about hygiene or keeping their place clean. And that is the apartment building. Like I said, this is a very short video. I'm sorry about that, guys, but I had to build like a place where Charles could live. So I thought, why not do my quote-unquote pilot episode for my Speedbuild while I'm building this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.